Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. So children, let us start a lesson in Standard 8th Scholarship English today. And what will the lesson be? The lesson will be a lesson again based on vocabulary. And the name of the lesson is lesson number 1.7, forming words using clues. So now clues means what? Clues means some kind of a help that you get or hint that you get. Okay, so you will be given certain clues and then you will have to form words or you'll have to choose words using those clues. So this is, like I told you, an exercise based on words. All right, so the amount of or the number of words that you know, if it is more, then you will be able to do this exercise very easily. And if your vocabulary is a little weak, that is, if you do not know that many number of words, then you might find it a little difficult. So what will you do if your vocabulary is little weak? You will use the dictionary, you will refer to the dictionary, you will try and read as many words as possible so that your vocabulary becomes strong enough. Okay, so come on, let us try and develop our vocabulary today by doing this particular exercise from the vocabulary section of your syllabus. So in this exercise, you will be given a variety of clues. Now, clues, like I told you, means what? Hints. And you will have to find out the correct answers based on these clues. So there will be certain clues which are given to you. You will have to find out the answers based on these clues. So each question could be different. And also there are some picture-based exercises also in this particular lesson. You will have to do certain exercises based on the pictures that are shown to you. Okay, then you will also see that it is a vocabulary exercise which will improve your vocabulary. So vocabulary means what, children? Knowledge of words. So when I say your vocabulary is strong, that means you have good knowledge of words. Knowledge of words means what? You know what the word is, you know what the meaning of the word is, and also when needed, you know in which situation to use which word. So you know how to use the words also. That is the meaning of having a good vocabulary. Okay, and let us also see how this will be done. So the clues which are given to you or the hints which are given to you could be connected either to the pronunciation of the word, or it could be connected to the spelling of the word, or it could be connected to the meaning of the word. Okay, so these are the three most important things as far as a word is concerned. So if you know a word means you know its pronunciation, you know its spelling, and you know its meaning. So the clues which are given to you will be connected to the pronunciation of the word, that is the way you say the word, or to the spelling of the word, that is the letters of the alphabet which are used in order to write the word, and to the meaning of the word. Okay, or to the meaning of the word. So it could be connected to any one of these. Okay children, so this was a short introduction. Now we will not waste much time in talking about this. We will directly try and see as many examples as possible. But before doing that, let us see what are the question patterns which you could be possibly asked. Okay, so which are the different kind of questions that could be asked of you. So pattern number 1, choose the correct option to complete the relationships. That is, there will be a relationship between two words. So the relationship could be with regards to the meaning, with regards to the pronunciation, or anything. So you have to select the correct option after considering the relationship between the two words given. And like I told you, the relationship could be with regards to pronunciation, or with regards to meaning, or with regards to spelling. Okay, then you have the second pattern where you find the odd man out. Now odd man means we can also say odd one out. So there will be 4 words given to you. 3 of it could be matching with each other and 1 could not be a match. So you have to find out the one which doesn't match the group or doesn't fit into that particular group. Then you have to choose 2 options that will complete each comparison. So here, remember, the focus is on choosing 2 options. So in the other answers, commonly, usually for a scholarship question, you choose just 1 option. But here what do? You choose 2 different options to complete the comparison. So there is some kind of comparison happening. You have to complete the comparison and you will choose 2 options. So usually you see you will be having idioms over here, okay, or proverbs over here. Then in pattern 4, we look at the given picture and pick the odd object. Again, just like you find the odd man out, there you will be looking at the words and picking out the odd one. Here you will be looking at the picture and picking up the odd one out. Okay? And finally, which are the correct 4 letters that will form sensible words from the following first letters? So there will be a first letter, that is, suppose it is a 5-letter word. The first letter will be given to you and there will be a set of 4 options where you have to choose one so that all the 4 letters will be sensible. Okay, so you will be actually having to form 4 letters, 4 words with the same set of letters. So these are the patterns of questions which could be asked. Now let us actually go and try and solve certain questions. 3. So here we have pattern 1. Choose the correct option to complete the relationships. So let us look at the first question here. Cat is to kitten as whale is to dash. Now what kind of relationship exists here? So what is the relationship between the cat and the kitten? So here you have to look at the meaning. Okay. Then the kitten is the young one of the cat. We've learned this. So what is the young one of the whale called then? So let us see whether you know the answer. So is it wiggling? Is it fish? Is it calf? Or is it tadpole? So what is it? Is it option number 1, 2, 3 or 4? It is option number 3. The young one of a whale is called as a calf. We also know that the young one of a cow is also called as a calf. Okay, so while discussing these things, we will try and discuss something else also related to the words which you can see over here. Now the tadpole is also a young one of a frog. Okay, whereas a fish is just a random word given to you and wiggling is also just a random word given to you. So this was question 1. So now you know how you're supposed to solve these kind of questions. You're supposed to find out the relationships. Moving on to question number 2. Waste is to waste as weather is to dash. So now look at these words very carefully. Waste and waste. So these 2 words are connected in some way regarding pronunciation. So W-A-S-T-E waste has got one meaning and W-A-I-S-T waste has got completely different meaning, though they sound same to the ears. They are homophones. Okay, they sound same to the ears. So what is the word which will go with weather? So is it winter? Is it pronoun? Is it wetter? Or is it weather? So now you know that this is an exercise or this is a question which has got some connection with the pronunciation of words. Okay, so weather here matches with which word which is given to you? Weather matches with weather, W-E-A-T-H-E-R. Okay, so these 2 words, W-H-E-T-H-E-R and W-E-A-T-H-E-R are homophones. So that is the correct match. That is the correct relationship. Okay, waste and waste are homophones and weather are homophones. Alright,
Let us go to the next question in pattern 1. Ghastly is to shocking as obstruct is to dash. Now ghastly means something which is very, very, horrible. And shocking also means something which is very horrible, something which hurts your sensibilities. Shocking. So now we understand that both of them have got almost the same kind of meaning. Okay? So now let us try and see which word will go with obstruct. So is it obtuse? Is it to block? Is it 3 construct? Or is it 4 allow? So what do you think is the right answer? Yes, it is answer number 2, block. Because ghastly and shocking have got the same meaning. So obstruct and block have also got the same meaning. Okay, obstructing and blocking someone means trying not to allow someone to finish or do something. Obstructing someone, blocking someone. Okay, so this was the next question. Let us move on to question number 4. Cloud is to proud as drown is to dash. Now this is related to what, children? It is related to the correct pronunciation of the word. So cloud is to proud as drown is to. So is it brown? Is it drone? Is it swim? Or is it submerge? So it is brown. Simple answer. Cloud, proud. Drown, brown. These are rhyming words. Okay, these words are rhyming words. You will see them in the poems most of the time. Words which rhyme with each other. Alright, coming to the next and last question here. Question number 5. Friendly is to hostile as barren is to what? Now let us look at the word friendly and hostile and try and find out what the relationship between these two words is. So friendly means someone who's very outgoing, who's got an open nature, who makes friends very easily. Hostile is just the opposite of friendly, okay? Someone who's not very social, who doesn't like to talk to people, who doesn't like to make friends. So they are opposite words. Friendly and hostile are opposite words. So let us check out which is the word which is opposite to barren here. So barren, is it deep? Option number 1. Or is unfriendly the opposite of barren? Is fertile the opposite of barren? Or is container the opposite of barren? What do you think, children? Yes, it is option number 3, fertile. So you say the field is barren. Barren means it cannot have any produce coming from it. Okay, it cannot grow any kind of crops because it is barren. Maybe there is no soil, there's no proper soil, or there's no water available, whatever be the reason. It is rocky, so it is barren. But when you say the field is fertile, means it can grow a lot of crops there. In that particular field, you can grow a lot of crops. Why? Because the soil might be very good and there might be ample or abundant water available there. Alright, so when friendly is the opposite of hostile, barren is the opposite of fertile. Alright, children, so this was a question pattern based on relationships between two words. And we saw that most of the relationships were based on either pronunciation or on meaning. Okay, now let us move on and let us do pattern 2, which is going to be very simple for you. Find the odd man or one out. I would say odd one out, but since the question is given in this way in the textbook for scholarship, I'm using the same word, man. Okay, find the odd man out. So you have 4 words here. One is hourglass, then you have scales, then you have sundial, and you have a clock. So look at these 4 words carefully and try to see what these words could mean. So see, all these words are words which are used to measure certain things. So the hourglass, the sundial, the clock, and the scales, they measure something. Then how is one different from the other? Come on, let's see. So which is the answer? The answer is option number 2, scales. Why? Because the hourglass, the sundial and the clock, they measure time, whereas the scales are used for weighing, that is for finding out the weight of certain things. Okay, when you go to buy vegetables or when you go to buy grocery, you will see that the scales are used, all right, to weigh the things which you want to buy from there. So the odd one out is scales over here. Let's move on to the next example in this particular pattern. So you have find the odd one out, widower, abbot, groom and spinster. Okay, so now out of these four, which one do you think is the odd one out? Now what is this related to? This particular question is related to the meaning of these particular words. So you have widower, you have a groom, you have spinster and you have abbot. Now which word is different from the others? So the answer tells us that the second or the fourth word is different from the others. Now why is this word different? So you have widower, you have groom, you have spinster and you have abbot. Spinster means a person who's never got married, a lady who's not got married. Okay, but the other three words, widower, now remember spinster is a lady, a woman, a female, whereas widower means a man who has lost his wife, a groom means a man who's going to get married, and an abbot means a religious leader. So he is a leader of the monks. So here what has happened? Here the focus is on the gender. So widower, abbot and groom are all males and the spinster is a female. So that is why spinster is the odd one out. So here again see we are focusing on the meaning of the words. Okay, let's move on and do the next one. Find the odd one out. Very simple this is. Peace, egg, milk and meat. So which one is the odd one out? Quite simple for the 8th standard level. It is peace. Why? Because all the others, the other three, milk, eggs and meat are animal products and peace is a plant-based product. Okay, you can in a way, other way you can say vegetarian products and non-vegetarian products also. Of course, we consider milk as vegetarian. Alright, coming to the next example, find the odd one out. So you have cyclone, you have hurricane, you have breeze and storm. Now when you read these, you know your geography well. So you know that these are all different kinds of movement of air. That is, when air moves at different speeds, then you have all these words originating. But then how is one different from the other? All of them are supposed to be the same. Movement of wind. Then how is one different from the other? Let us see. So which is the odd one out over here? It is answer number 3. Breeze, which is the odd one out. Now why is breeze the odd one out? Why? Because cyclone and hurricanes and storms can cause destruction. Okay, they are not very desirable. You do not want a cyclone to happen, you do not want a hurricane to happen or a storm for that matter, but breeze is something which is pleasant. That is why third one, breeze, is the odd one out. Okay, coming to the last one, find the odd one out. Mars, Jupiter, Earth, Moon. Again now we all know our geography well. So which is the odd one out over here? It is answer number 4, which is, sorry, answer number 3, which is Earth. Why? Because we are living on this Earth, and all the other you can say other 3 options, they are something which is outside our Earth. We can also select, if you had 2 options over here, or if you want to select another option, you could also select the Moon. Why? Because the 3 are planets. Mars and Earth and Jupiter are planets, whereas Moon is just a satellite. But here we select Moon because Earth, because we are from the Earth, we are terrestrial, we are from the Earth, and the other 3 are outside our domain. Okay, so this was pattern number 2. Moving on, let's go to the next pattern, pattern 3. Now I told you here you have to pay very good attention because we have to select 2 options. Again there is comparison, but you have to select 2 options. So let us look at the question now. As red as dash. So when you compare two things, when you compare the red color of two things, you say as red as dash. So you have to select two options here, remember. So is it as red as fire, as red as a rose, as red as cherry, or as red as anger? So what is the often used one, commonly used word? It is 1 as red as fire and 2 as red as a rose. Okay, so these are the commonly used words which go with this particular saying. As red as a fire you say, or as red as a rose. Moving on, let us go to the next example, question number 12 in this video. As black as a dash. So is it as black as a crow? Is it as black as a lead? Is it as black as coal, or as black as ink? So what will you say? You will say as black as a crow, or you can also say as black as coal. Okay, coal, which is pitch black, which is very black. So these are the two words which you could use when you're comparing something to black. Okay, you can say her hair is as black as a crow, or her hair is as black as coal. Moving on to the next question, question number 13. As dash as a lamb. Now a lamb is the baby sheep or baby goat is called as a kid, and baby sheep is called as a lamb. Now we are going to talk something about the nature or behavior of a lamb. And when we compare someone to a lamb, do we say as tiny as a lamb, as gentle as a lamb, as sweet as a lamb, or as quiet as a lamb? What will you say? You will say as either gentle as a lamb, or you will say as quiet as a lamb. So a lamb is supposed to be a very timid creature, which is very gentle and very quiet, and you can scare it very easily. Okay, so when you compare someone to a lamb, you say that person is either gentle as a lamb or quiet as a lamb. Next question, next example. As clear as a. So is it moon, sun, daylight, or crystal? So when something is clear, you compare it to something and say it is as clear as daylight. So daylight is very clear. When the sun is out there shining, you can see everything around you, isn't it? So you say as clear as daylight, or you say as clear as a crystal. Alright, so these are the two options when you compare something with clarity, or when you say something is as clear as. Coming to the next question in this pattern, as dash as a rock. So when I say rock, what picture comes up into your mind? Okay, we can see something which is big. Do you see something which is flat? Do you see something which is steady? Or do you see something which is hard? So which are the words that you can associate with a rock? So you will select, what are your options which you will select? 1, 2, 3 or 4. So I will select 1 as big as a rock, or I can also say as hard as a rock. Now if I had the third option, I would also select as steady as a rock. Steady means it doesn't move from one place to another. But here the answers will be as big as a rock or as hard as a rock. Alright children, so this was pattern 3. Let us go to pattern 4 and start with question number 16. So look at the pictures and pick the odd object. So which are the objects I will show you, and then you have to think about how these objects are same or different, and then you have to pick the odd one out. So these are the 4 objects that you have got. You have something which is a ball, and then you have an orange, and you have a watermelon and a pair of scissors. So which one is the odd one out? Now the answer is answer number 4, but your reasoning could be different. So I would say they are all circular. All the 3 are circular and only one has got a different shape. You could use any other description of your choice. Alright, so I am basing my reasoning based on the shape of the object. So the 4th one, the pair of scissors, is very different in shape as compared to a ball or an orange or a watermelon. Okay, so answer is answer number 4. Moving on to question number 17. These are the four things which I want to show you. So you have a banana, you have a scale, and you have a sharpener. So which one is the odd one out? Yes, it is number 2, the small chick in the middle. Why? Because the others are all non-living objects, whereas the chick has got life in it. Okay, moving on to the next question. Question number 18. Oh my god, look at these. So you have an elephant, you have a crocodile, and you have a cow and a lion. So these are very simple questions, isn't it, children? So come on, let's pick the odd one out. So which is it? Yes, it is option number 3. And the reason we all know, the elephant and the crocodile and the lion, they're all wild animals, and the cow is a domestic animal. So that is the right answer. Moving on, let's go to the next picture and let us try and differentiate. So here you have an apple, a pig, grapes, and a banana. So which is the right answer? Yes, it is option number 2, pig. I will not explain this to you because I think you know what the answer is. Okay. Now we come to the last question in this pattern and we see what the pictures are. So again, very simple. You have a train, a toy train. You have a pear. You have building blocks and a toy helicopter or an aeroplane. So what is the right answer? Answer number 2. Why? Because the others are all objects and this is something which you can eat. Okay. So this was pattern 4. Coming to pattern 5. Which are the 3 correct letters that will form sensible words from the following first letter? So the question might be a little tricky, but when you see the solution, when you see the example, you will understand the answer very fast. So once again, which are the 3 correct letters? So there will be a set of 3 letters given to you, 4 set of 3 letters given to you. You will have to select one set of 3 letters which will form sensible words. So you have to form sensible words with the first letters that are given. So let us see which are the first letters. So you have W dash dash dash, C dash dash dash, B dash dash dash, and T dash dash dash. Understood? So you have to find out the 3 letters which will fit into each of this and will make correct sense. So the letters are the letters are ARE, AKE, IST, and AST. So let us see which could be the correct option. So the correct option, children, is option number 2, AKE. Okay. Now let us see how the words are formed. So you have WAKE, wake, CAKE, cake, BAKE, bake, and TAKE, take. Now suppose you select ARE, then you have WARE, wear, which is correct, CARE, care, which is again correct, BARE, bear, is also right, but TARE, there is no word like TARE. Alright, that goes for IST as well as AST also. So what is the correct answer? It is AKE, ache. So you have wake, cake, bake, and take. So I hope you understood how you solve these kind of questions. So let us go to the next example. Here you have to select 4 letters. Okay, not 3 like in the previous case. You have 4. So you have B dash 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 dash, C dash 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 dash, D dash 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 dash, and F dash 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 dash. So come on, let's see the options. LOAT, ROOD, RAWN, ROWN. Come on, now let's see which one will match and fit into each of these blanks. So it is ROWN. So you have brown, you have crown, you have drown, and frown. Okay, interesting, na? Now let us move on to the next question that we have. Again, you have to select 4 letters over here, which are the correct 4 letters that will form sensible words from the following first letters. So you have C and 4 dashes, F and 4 dashes, B and 4 dashes, F and 4 dashes. So is it L-I-C-K lick, L-O-C-K lock, L-O-N-E lone, or L-I-N-E line? What is it going to be? It is going to be option number 2, lock. So you have clock, you have flock, you have block, and you have flock again. Okay, so this is the word which is going to fit into all the blanks. Let us move on to the second last question in this video now for today. Again, you're supposed to pick out 4 letters. So you have FR and 4 dashes, SL and 4 dashes, BR and 4 dashes, and BL and 4 dashes. And you have IEND, INTH, IGHT, IGTH. So which will be the correct answer, children? Yes, it will be answer number 3. Now don't take all these answers ready-made from me, okay? Now this is a video format, so I cannot stop you and ask you to give me the answers. So you have to try and practice self-study here. Try to pause the video, try to find out the answer yourself, and then check your answers with mine. So you will have these 4 words. You will have fright, you will have slight, you will have bright, and blight. Okay, coming to the very last question that we have from this particular exercise, based on clues and finding out meanings from the clues. So you have these 4 options for H and 4 blanks, F and 4 blanks, G and 4 blanks, P and 4 blanks. So let us see which one will fit in. So is it 1, 2, 3 or 4? Is it ills, alls, ert or rose? It is the first one, ills. So you have H-I-L-L-S hills, F-I-L-L-S fills, G-I-L-L-S gills, and P-I-L-L-S pills. Okay, children? So wasn't this a beautiful, wonderful video about vocabulary? You learned so many new words. You learned the relationship between so many new words. Okay, and you also found out how to find out the word from the clues which are given to you. We also discussed that this kind of exercises help in improving your vocabulary, and also this exercise was based on what? It was based on the pronunciation, it was based on the spelling or meaning of the words. So children, after watching the entire video, I have a small task for you which I will tell you now. So let me explain what those tasks are to you.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.